What up? It's your boy, Dick Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again. And this is DanMachi Season 3, Episode 9, aka Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 3, Episode 9. Dude, last week we dealt with some stuff, man. We got some sadness, we got some happiness a little bit, we got some action, we got some drama. There was a lot of stuff in last week's episode, and I gotta say, season 3 is hitting different, man. Dude, I love the series as a whole, and seasons 1 and 2 were great. But season 3 is bringing just everything you could ever want, man. So let's dive into episode 9 and see what's popping off, man.
I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes.
Oh, they kicked him out. Well, they're taking him to the other place, right? The little outside the Ornos. That was smooth to just lay blame on them. Oh man. Oh no. Wow. Oh wow. Dude, stuff is getting serious, man. Stigma, downfall. Downfall? Okay. Because now they're looking for somebody else to blame. And Bale is the easy target. But you got a lot of people to think about Bale. I'm happy that this is the kind of character that he is. He doesn't care about the thoughts or the looks, but he has to think about his familia as well. Right. Now you got to help them again because they're trapped on the surface. Hiding all over the city. Dang, man. Dude. Wow. That's messed up, man. That was a nice thought, though, Hestia. They're just looking for somebody to take blame. Oh my gosh, man. This is everything else I could kind of deal with. This is kind of sinking it in for me. This kind of making it a reality of the actions that we chose. But the thing is, the people don't actually hate Bale. They just need somebody to vent their anger to. And he's going to be that scapegoat as of right now. Well, that's true. He knew this, though. So now Loki's kind of interested in Bale a little bit, too. And he's thinking about what all the people said to him and everything. Oh, we haven't seen Seer in a minute, man. I love his character because if it was just him, he wouldn't care. But because it's his familiar that's at stake, that's what he's so tormented about. Because he wants to help the monsters, but he wants to help his familiar as well. Oh, Bale. Oh man, I'm loving this season, man. This episode is showing the reality of what your actions bear if you decide to take certain actions in life, man. Oh wow. Maybe there's another passageway. Hopefully there's another passageway so we don't have to confront anybody. We could just go right back into the dungeon. Well, that one. That changes everything. So all of Bell's allies are rallying around him. They're still kind of on the fences, but the fact that they're talking about it. The fact that they're all talking about it. What are y'all gonna do? I don't know, man. I mean, I know what I would do. Right. That's the right thing to do. Let's go with this plan. Let's go with this plan. That's the plan I'm all for. Oh, he was making swords. Oh my gosh, they were there. They were there for you the whole time, Belle. We're familiar, man. familiar, man. If we're gonna be outcasts, we'll be outcasts together. He's been alone so long, man. He's never actually really felt like they were familiar until this moment. Dude, come on, man. This is epic. There's gonna be some obstacles, of course. Ooh, turn invisible. That is worth applause. Yeah, because everybody's gonna follow Bill anyway. Wait, wait. Right. Yeah. So they're definitely going to be following him. But yeah, man, we became friends, and oh, when they you go, oh, when they, shut up. Man, I hope this goes smooth, man. Oh, they don't know which doors they're guarding. Oh man. So they're gonna run into eyes probably. Finn knows this. No. Finn knows the whole plan. So Bell is going to be the wrench in Finn's plans. I hope, because they seem to know the overall plan of the whole Hestia Familia anyway. So maybe Bell throwing a wrench in that plan is what actually make the plan succeed. Okay, we're not going to get anything today. This is it for this episode. But I'm not upset. I'm not mad at all, man. Okay, that was Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 3, Episode 9, aka DanMachi, Season 3, Episode 9. And it was good. There was no action. There wasn't any kind of fight scenes or anything like that. This was basically plot advancement, but it was done very, very well because we got to see Bale struggling with some things. We got to see him kind of not really wanting to depend on his familia because he doesn't really, I guess you could say, really click with him like that, because we know that Bale is used to solely doing things on his own, and he makes judgment decisions on his own accord, and now he's getting used to the idea of his familia having his back regardless, because throughout this episode we see that everybody's kind of been on the outs with Bale, but it's because they were there willing and ready to support him at a moment's notice. They weren't there in that like very first moment in the beginning of the episode. So I thought that like they were going through some things, dealing with some stuff, but no, they were just sitting back waiting for him to come to a conclusion, and they were just ready to jump on it and be there with him in that very moment that he needed them, because they are a familia, man. Come on, it's epic. That alone made this episode worth it. I didn't even need a fight this episode. I just needed the greatness that is this episode, because we dealt with a lot of advancement. We see that Hermes is working with Ornos along with Hestia to save the Xenos. We see that Bale is actually gonna go out on a limb and save the Xenos yet again, and his familia's backing him along with Hermes and Ryu and Sasha and Elfie and Hermes' familia. So we have a cohort of sorts, along with Hephaestus and Takumuzakuchi or whatever, and the other dude that's Bale's friends and his allies that are willing to come and help him in his time of need. Sure, they're debating it and they're kind of trying to weigh their odds a little bit, but it's valid, because at the end of the day, monsters are monsters. But them being Bale's friends and knowing where Bale is coming from, knowing the kind of character that he has and possesses, they're willing to take that chance and take that leap of faith to help him. Then we have the Lokia familia and the Ganesh familia guarding the facility of Kanas in the actual dungeon to not let the monsters back in, because we have the Xenos hiding out in Daedalus Street because they can't make it back to the dungeon. And at the beginning of the episode, we see that everybody's anger and hatred and torment is all aimed at Ikilos, but he's been banished. So now they don't have anybody to hate, to be upset with, and they shift all of that malice on towards Bale. And sure, Bale is dealing with some stuff, and he's contemplating, well, did I make the right choice? For him, he's totally with it. He's fine. He's sticking to his guns, but he's thinking about his familia at the same time. But at the end of the episode, we see that everybody's rallied around Bale, and they have a plan, but at the same time, Finn, on the other hand, knows about their plan. Nobody explained it to him. He's just that smart. And I love me some Finn now. I mean, like, I liked his character before, but now I'm really digging his character. And I don't want him to intervene, but I know that they have a job to do. And in this episode, we kind of learned that Finn's backstory with monsters a little bit, that, you know, like, well, he can't forgive monsters for his whole type ancestry and all that stuff that's going on with him. So he can't forgive monsters, and we can't ask the Loki familia to help us help them inside the dungeon with Finn feeling this type of way that he does about monsters. But we're coming to a conclusion, man, and I feel like next week we're diving into a fight. We're getting to a fight. We've been fighting with some monsters, and we've been dealing with some other stuff with dicks and all this other stuff, but I feel like next week we're going to cross that threshold and get into some good, man. This is your boy, Nick Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, yeah, I'm doing my thing.